a couple days before May, I found out that we were pregnant. And that was very exciting. um, we made a conscious decision to tell our family on Mother's Day. And we also made a conscious decision that it was important to celebrate this new situation. Um, well aware that it was very early, well aware that things can happen, and that's natural and that's okay. And with the work that I've done in the past within my own fine art, looking at miscarriages and infant fatalities, I felt that it was really important to share, because what I learned from the stories of so many other women before me and in my life is that going through it alone is harder, and not sharing is difficult, and to give good news with unfortunate news is not that great. And then several people also just never share. They never share that they had that experience, and they kind of just hold on to that for themselves. So I told Philip from the jump that I thought that we should share with those who we were really close with, just because, God forbid, if anything was to happen, they could be a part of that excitement, and then they could also be a part of that transition as well. So on week 6 and one day, I experienced a miscarriage. And the day before, there was a lot of cramping and tummy aches, and I wasn't really sure what was going on. And a lot of spotting, I think. Hard to tell what's spotting and what's not, what's dark and what's light, or like a bright red versus a burgundy or versus a dark. And looking at it all day long was kind of getting confusing. But I continued to stay positive. Literally wrote in a notebook over and over again, baby Fleming's okay, baby Fleming's okay. But what's interesting is that my anxiety kept me safe. And it's one of those, I don't know if you want to call it twisted, but it's one of those situations in which my anxiety did me a favor, because I subconsciously go through all scenarios anytime I encounter something new. And they can get dark, and they can get really positive and light. And for me, I feel like it's my brain exercising. These are all the different future possibilities that can occur. And that's the planner in me. It's literally built around my anxiety. So my brain just kind of outlines, path 1, 2, 3, 4, all these different, sometimes feeling like infinite paths and segues and variables. So one of those pathways just presented themselves. And yeah, it's pretty surreal when it actually happens to you, opposed to experiencing it through a loved one or friend. And I'm oddly okay. I say oddly just because I think there's a societal expectation of how one should respond. but it's already been a rough year after losing my dad and still dealing with the loss of Philip's dad, my father-in-law. So I don't want to say I'm numb to loss, but I think that instead I'm choosing to sit in gratitude. And that's a really conscious choice. And I'm giving myself that grace and that space to be okay. And that this experience, though it was planned, the act of being pregnant, the act of having an ultrasound, the act of seeing something developing and learning about it developing was exciting. And I honor that excitement. And I honor that it really showed us, both of us as partners, how ready we are to be parents and how much we want to be. So I'm choosing to sit in gratitude and grateful for baby Fleming One's presence. And yeah, one day at a time. But I still see myself having a baby in 2023. So it just won't be January 2023. But yeah, I'll be pregnant this year. And I feel that that is true. And I trust that that is true. And God's timing's the best timing. So I'm just going to sit in gratitude and honor this experience for what it was and cherish it. And yeah, I look forward to the next one and whatever it is to come. I think this year has been my biggest lesson of just like learning how to be present. And I think that's probably what feels strange, is that that's new for me, but I'm getting better at it. So I think it's healthy. I'm proud of myself. I learned so much about my body in this process too. And I'm excited to continue learning when God sees fit. So I'm here for it. So yeah, I think that's all. I won't let this be super long. And who knows when and if it'll ever be shared, but I just wanted to document it because this was my day today. And I'm grateful. I'm just grateful and feeling ready. Thanks for listening.